Time to wake up, y'all.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Let's get it.
Wake up in the morning, but wake up your mind. Wake up with some knowledge. Wake up with some understanding. Wake up with some getting things done. Everybody's baby in the building.
You hear me? Okay. You ready? Ready? Okay.
It's my king, it's my one, yes, he's my father, yes, he's my son. I can talk to him, cause he understands everything I go through and everything I am. It's my support system, can't live without him, but that's things in like bread and his hands, because he lives his touch. And I just want the whole world to know about my life. Brother, I love them. I never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. Cause you're my life.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Hi, guys.
I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true.
What's up, guys? Thank y'all for tuning in. Love you guys. Got Urban Spice in the building. Terrell, Reggie. They're going to talk with us.
Down for whatever children on the phone, brother. And to every woman, y'all,
y'all wait for it. My girl Angie Stone. She promised me an interview. Yes, she did. And I'm going to get that. So you can get into her girl. I love this lady. Dr. A in the building, can't forget the A. What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Much love. How y'all doing? I can't see y'all. I see who is. Willie Walker, Carolyn, Harry. Love you guys. Thank you. I can't wait for the summertime barbecue. So, Reggie, Terrell, come eat. Love show love, baby girl Tina. You better bring the girl. I got all you girls. I want you to know that Hi guys, how y'all doing? Thanks for the love. I don't want no thumbs up. I want a heart. Please send me a heart. Give me a heart. Looking for a telescope and be where you don't be. These are the person they see. Can you have the things you've been through? The they built your love. Now you're stronger than you've ever been. I was so afraid, and I don't know why. Why I chose to fall from the sky. I was up so high, slowly fading, losing my heart. Going so fast and the words moving so slow. Now I got to get in the feeling and go with the flow. Those who understand the mind, they lack the knowledge of me. And me, things and doctors. All right. What's up, world? It's your girl T-Love coming to you live from BPU Radio. I got my boy Cozy in the building. All right. And we can't forget the Dr. A. The doctor is with us. And our very, very, very special guests, my friends, my partners, my guys, who I love very, very much. The owners of Urban Spice Magazine, Mr. Terrell and Reggie. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Welcome, guys. So we got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
We got a lot to talk about. Also, we thank you, Reggie, for coming in on the panel, Love versus Lust. And we got a lot.
We still got a part 2 that.
Yeah, we have definitely have a part 2. Terrell, you missed that one.
I saw it.
Did you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Reggie had a lot to say, but I really loved. I mean, I wish I met a man like that, thought like you. You know, I do. God help me. Anyway, I might get in trouble for saying that shit, but hell, it's the truth. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, we don't mind. Yeah, I might get in trouble for saying it, but I just, wish more men thought like you.
Appreciate it.
Or the both of you, because we've had deep conversations at the house. We've had conversations at the house when we did the little barbecue,
right.
where we talked about, relationships and stuff like that. So, and you know me. That's why I got the boys now. Anyway, so welcome. So introduce yourself and some of the hats that you wear, please.
Well, I'm Terrell Wicker, co-founder of Urban Spice Magazine. A couple of hats that I wear. Of course, the graphic guy, creative guy. I put in a lot of, thoughts into the magazine and editing. Well, not editing, but designing the magazine. We have both as an editor. But I'm really the eyes on the visual, creative, that type of thing. That's my hat mostly at Urban Spice.
Okay. All right. And Reggie?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Reggie, the other half of Urban Spice Magazine. I'm the people's person. I go out and, shake hands and do all the talking and sales and marketing. I keep Urban Spice out in the community. After Terrell designs it, we come together with a vision, first of all, and then, like you said, he brings the images to life. And then after he does that, I take them to the work.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go back into before Urban Spice. Okay.
All right.
We want to know what, how, when, and where. Okay. So, first of all, where are you two from?
I'm from Detroit.
Terrell, you're from Detroit. Reggie?
I'm from Florida.
Okay. So, how did you two meet?
I had a graphic design company in Lockport.
Okay.
And a friend of mine introduced me to Reggie. Fresh was doing some performances, and I did some flyers and some stuff for him.
Okay. All right. So, at what point did we come up with an idea to do a magazine? What happened?
Well, we had been doing a lot of, some friends have been doing a lot of research and studying, and I met Reggie, and Reggie was into the promotions and doing all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I said, hey, let's do a magazine. And at first we had a couple of people that was in with us, but they kind of fell off, and it ended up just being me and Reggie.
Just as simple. Let's do a magazine.
Holding down.
Let's do a magazine.
Okay, so what were some of the obstacles that you faced in trying to put the magazine together?
Well, I think, starting a new business neither one of us really did a magazine before.
Mm-hmm.
So we had, some advantages with both of us being entrepreneurs all our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So, we know how to go down a tough road and get things done without being discouraged and stay focused. So we had a lot of things in place already, but some of the obstacles were really defining our audience.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting them to believe in what we do with a name like Urban Spice,
Mm-hmm.
it can be perceived as a lot of different things.
So how did we come up with the name? What inspired that?
That's right.
Yeah, I love that name. And it's like, and people when they say, "Oh, I heard of that before," and people when I tell people, because little do you guys know, I often promote, and when you guys come over, you give me magazines, and I'll give them to my friends, and they be like, "I heard of that magazine." I was like, "Yeah, go follow them, and they're on the website. Go get the website or whatever." So anyway, I'm promoting you guys, and I also had the pleasure of writing, but we gonna get into that article for you guys. But how did you come up with the name?
Well, we used to meet at McDonald's, when we first got started, me and Terrell, and so we always wanted to do something in the urban community since we live in the urban community. So that was always a big thing for us is, what can we do to, we were both successful business people. So we was like, what can we do for our community? You know what I mean? So Terrell was like, well, we live in the urban community, so we got that part. And believe it or not, I'm not big on recreating stuff. I like to duplicate stuff and make it our own. So I looked at the menu at McDonald's and I said, spicy chicken.
And thus it was.
Urban Spice. And
Spicy chicken.
And I went and created the logo, and there you had Urban.
It had a nice ring to it, though. Just a nice little ring.
Okay.
That's how it came about.
Urban Spice Magazine.
From McDonald's chicken, ain't that something?
Spicy chicken.
That was our first meeting, our first office.
Okay, McDonald's.
We met there
See?
for a year.
Really? Wow.
Just coming up with ideas and plans. And
You gotta crawl before you walk.
that crawl.
Don't be sleeping on your level because it's beauty in the struggle.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's what he said. That J. Cole.
Okay. Okay, that's beautiful. I love that. Spicy chicken. Now, Andrew, what you think of that? Spicy chicken. Ain't that cute?
It really
And it really is when you know. And you guys have been doing this magazine for how many years now?
Since 2009.
Wow.
2009.
9 years. 9 years. Wow.
Being
Yeah.
inspired by spicy chicken.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
beautiful
and spice, we took the spicy, made it spice
Mhm.
because in the urban community, that's what you have. You have a lot of different
It's what we do.
flavors, a lot
Right.
of different people, so it just made sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So now tell our viewers, right? If they might not have heard of it, give them kind of like a summary, right? What is kind of the mission behind Urban Spice Magazine?
Well, the mission is real simple, but people get it. It takes people a long time to figure it out because we do so much, but it's real simple. We're the platform that gets information to the community.
It is.
We're just a platform in the form of a magazine, social media, radio, TV. We have a lot of different platforms, but our goal is just to inform the community on things that, can empower the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you speak of community, what communities are you speaking of? Because a lot of times when we talk about community can be the things just around us, or we can focus on certain types of communities. What is your mission and what type of community? Who is your audience?
Well, our audience, as far as community is concerned, I think is, and I think it has narrowed down in the years since we live in a Donald Trump world right now. I would say our community is the people that's willing to live next door to us. It's just plain and simple.
Yeah,
If
because
you're
at the end,
willing- if you're willing to live next door to me, then you're a part of the community.
basically, because I mean, when it really comes down to it, race aside, religion aside, gender aside, orientation aside, all that stuff. At the end of the day, if you're my next door neighbor, we basically in the same boat.
Right.
We're basically in the same
Oh,
community.
yeah.
Like if you in the same little
Right. So
$20,000
right. So you
subsidized.
notice when in some communities, when certain people move in, certain people move out,
They might not be part of your
Right.
community.
Exactly.
You're right.
Just to
And
keep
we-
it simple.
Plain and simple. I like
Oh, yeah.
simplicity.
We direct. We want
That's
to
what's up.
take it straight to the people.
So what are some of the topics? Because I had the pleasure of doing a topic when we had the communities and focusing on our youth. And that was a beautiful thing. Didn't get the chance to interview the people that I wanted, but what are some of the articles that you, or the topics that you like to focus on, or the things that you like to put out in your magazine to give to the world?
Well, I mean, we cover, right now, beauty, life, fashion, and film. Those are our main topics, but we also talk about relationships. We talk about, business. We talk about, and then again, you got to remember our platform is bigger than just a magazine.
Right.
So we have our website where we have a lot of different articles about relationships, about, entrepreneurs and them telling their stories. Our next issue, we have women in there telling their stories on, the struggles that they went through and how they got over that, and now what they're doing now, and then things that they're doing in the future. So, for our magazine, me and Terrell, like I said, we become creative visionaries, and we look at what the community needs. What is the community like, and what's the vibe in the community? What are people talking about that they just do it in the comfort of their homes? We take those conversations and we make them into big stories.
And I love it. I love it. And I got the pleasure of telling my story to you briefly, because I am writing a book that it's not a tell-all, but I get to share some of the struggles, and people gonna be like, T-Love went through that. That's yeah.
All right.
And
Right.
here I am today, and I'm doing the things that I want to do. Not where I want to be yet, but I'm doing. Every day that
your
I
journey.
blessed to wake up, I
It is.
strive to get there. And I just thank God for putting people like you in my life, because you're such an inspiration to me, especially with the McDonald's store.
Oh, yeah.
Spicy chicken.
Bigger than that.
Exactly.
So, some big businesses started in the garage. Ours started at McDonald's.
Right. Okay, and McDonald's, y'all owe them a plug because they plugged it.
Yeah. Get that sponsorship.
Yeah, come on. That's what's
Sponsorship
up.
sandwich.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break and get back with you guys. So we'll be right back. Dr. Andrew, want to give us some hip hop or some drop or some?
Oh man, y'all heard that new Miguel album? That one Leisure is like, yo.
We'll be right back with more. We'll be right back with more. Hi guys. Hi everybody. I love you all. Thank you guys for watching. Kenya, I love you, Kenya. Clyde, some more. All of the rest of it.
I know things get hard, girl. You got it, girl. You got it. You got it. Tell her how they looking at you everywhere you go. Wondering what's on your mind. It's hard to get high. Wanna waste your time, it's just amazing, girl, and all I can say is I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
All of them, I'm better than. Mansions in Malibu, Babylon. But I never meant to everything I dabble in. And I only buy stuff when I'm traveling. And my so you gotta paddle in. Gotta roll your boat. It's pink, fine, and I'm every day out. Then this the pop out on the real estate. The best legal things that I do was ill. It's not OPI and the break was dope. A pound of my nigga, every avenue. Come along, could do a little grab or two. Gotta pay for that under our job or two. I'm fire high. Ain't got time to talk, just high and rock.
I know things get hard, but girl, you got it, there you go. Can't you tell by you hard to be that fine when all you want to waste your time. Amazing girl, and all I can say is I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Everything's adding up, you the back is where your bad is fucking, you know you are. Everything's adding up, you bad is where your bad is fucking, you know you are.
What would you like us to, tell us what you want us to I do like a little basic and being like that, because like stuff I really
No, I'm good, thanks.
You want some coleslaw?
Nothing.
You want a piece of fish?
Nothing.
You want a hush puppi? Take a hush puppi. That's ready. You don't want it.
I'm free, sorry, you're not me. Don't stop, don't smile, don't be reality. Lord, I'm looking for you now, and now I can see what a painful thing. I'm on the road, let's take a long walk around the block. After stop, kind of stop, conversation, conversation, and you listen. And I just break, and shake, and shake, meditation. Maybe we can talk about story, 31 and things. Your background, it ain't sweet, clean shit. Sometimes we all have to spend one screen. You ain't no saint, we all a sinner. But Everything that you bring, let's say, along walk around the park, after dark, on the top, on the station, verbally listen, communication, share our situation, invitation, education, relaxation, celebration, maybe we can talk about revelation, relaxation, or maybe we can see a movie, or maybe we can see a play Saturday, or maybe we can see a listen, or maybe chillin' just free, or maybe we can take a food and make it to the roof, or maybe we can pass through, or maybe fly to the blue, or maybe we could just be silent.
Hey, John. Don't it seem like I'm always there when it matters, but makes the most of the other time a terrible pattern. The rewards I see from working have made me an addict. There's way more people that want it than people that have it. I don't get it, I would hate to think I tricked them. They fall victim to my system. Yes, I sure know how to pick them. And I'm always a regret, yeah, I'm always a regret. And I always make it harder on whoever's coming next. It goes up and down, shit's up and down. She's crying now, but she'll laugh again. We on the ride, she here with us. Mixed messages just keep happening and she loves it. She stares at me like, who does this? And we hold hands while I pray. She's not the type to hold grudges. I'm wrong.
Bad boys ain't no good. Good boys ain't no fun. Lord knows that I should run off with the right one. So good. So good.
Feel free. Ooh, that was hit a spot. Not there. You tired?
Hello, you can fuck with me if you wanted to.
Hi, David. Love you.
Bad body, people, blood juice. If you push, I can get them both. I don't want to, then I'm quick. But when you nigga off the don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now. I make money move. Stay out, but got a chance. I make money move. It's like you don't know. That means don't fuck.
That's how you ready? Peanut butter mayonnaise. I don't think that's right.
It's like you're looking through a telescope. If you say you don't be,
What's up? What's up, Mr. Tanner? How you doing? Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Coming back up.
I was on a thing, and I don't know why. Why I chose to fall from the sky, and I was up so high, slowly fading, losing my goal. Going so fast, and the world is moving so slow. Now I got to get in, the fit in, to go with the flow. Those who understand no knowledge, they lack the knowledge of more than me.
All right. We're back with more spoken sounds of soul. I don't have a mic.
Well, I mean, do you really need the mic?
Do I need it? I got
Sorry,
to
but yeah, I need the mic. I don't whisper.
I don't hear myself in the mic. The mic. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, we're back here on BPU with my boy Code
Z in the house already.
Our very special guest, Terrell.
And Reggie.
And of course, we got Dr. A in the building.
Dr. A holding it down. So just to go ahead and get it started, coming back from break, right? You were telling us about your business, Urban Spice Magazine, right? And the way it, caters to the community, right? Getting information out there into the hands of the people. And like every good business, there's kind of like a story, right? Everybody started somewhere, they grew, things changed, right? Their mission and kind of, adapted, as time moved forward. So I kind of just want to know kind of about the history from, the spicy chicken sandwich at McDonald's to where you are now 9 years later. What was kind of the evolution of Urban Spice Magazine and what are some of the challenges you faced? What was like your first benchmark, some of the milestones you hit? Just, give us all of that.
Well, of course, first it was just making the decision on what market we was going after, who was we going to target, how we was going to promote. Those were some of the main issues that we had in front of us at the time. And of course, we decided to do fashion shows and events to raise money or to get a buzz or to create
build a hype.
Yeah, build a hype in the community, sort of. So that's what we did for, we did that a long time. And we was blessed to be able to incorporate that with Facebook. Of course, at first it was MySpace and then Facebook. And, that's where we built our brand. That's where we got our numbers up and increased our visibility. And along the way, we tweaked and kind of played with the concept of what we were going after, what we was working towards and that stuff. So we kind of got caught a little bit into doing a lot of fashion shows, so people kind of got the impression that we was all about fashion.
Okay.
And we was all about models and designers, which
But you kept that within the concept of the magazine as well, which I really love because some of those photo shoots is like this. They're beautiful.
Well, that's the concept of the magazine, the visual that I have in creating the magazine. I want to be able to not only give you information and insight, but create a visual of what that urban, that spicy, that urban community should be.
And you give it to them.
And it's where some magazines you see all a certain kind of people, and that's all you believe that should be in magazines. So we create our own images and our own platforms to put our community, our people into the spotlight and give them praise.
Absolutely, representation. That's key.
So I'll let Reggie take it from now. Where we went and where we at now.
Okay.
Go ahead, give me some, Reg.
Oh yeah, being I used to be a model back in the day. Believe it.
You too.
Well, I was a brand model that got paid a lot of money. In
Oh,
high school.
okay.
I was that guy.
Okay.
Not to be bragging or anything.
Okay, well, I modeled professionally too. I did mannequin and run.
So I kind of brought and being from I was a DJ and so I was in the entertainment industry heavy. Worked with a lot of stars, and so I wanted to bring that to Urban Spice because we know everybody likes fashion, everybody likes music. So we just said, let's focus on doing that to build our brand. And it worked. We worked with over 5,000 models in the last 8 years. 5,000 throughout the Southeast.
We have let's hold that thought. We have a call. Caller, you're live on air. Yes, it is.
How y'all doing, man? Is Viola here?
Excuse me?
Is Viola here?
Ionis?
Yeah.
Ionis. I don't know who Ionis is, but we have Reggie and Terrell with Urban Spice Magazine. I'm T Love. We got my co-host Code Z and Dr. Angela.
This is T Love.
Yes, it is.
This is DJ Hot Silver, man. You followed me last night. He said 13.
Oh, okay. 13th Disciple.
No, man, ain't none of that.
Okay. Well, do you have a question for our guest?
Who your guest is?
Bro, you on the live stream, Coach?
Okay, go to YouTube and put in B as in boy, P as in Paul, U as in Usher. Radio. That's BPU Radio. And then watch us live, then call me back with a question, okay? Or some insight.
All right.
Okay? Or hit me up on Facebook if you want to talk to me personally. Call me after the show, okay?
What's your Facebook page?
It's Terry T Love Coleman.
All right.
It's on my Instagram page. Thank you, though.
Catch you on the
All
flip,
right.
bro.
Much love.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Sorry about that. Well, anyway, that was love, though. That was love. So thank you for calling. Okay. So, Reggie, we were talking about.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about fashion and music and how Urban Spice incorporated that into the magazine. You know, me bringing, that was something that I brought to the table. You know, my son was in the industry. You know, me being a former model, we were able to put together, I knew the model concept and how to produce fashion shows. And we did a lot of fashion shows. I mean, 6, 7 fashion shows a year.
Wow.
And, you know, nobody was doing fashion shows when I think it was us and one other guy in the entire state of Georgia ever did a fashion show. And so we just jumped right in there and, you know, we had a lot of fun, met a lot of people, and it really built our brand because everybody wanted to see, you know, and Terrell bringing the visual. We do photo shoots that, you know, we knew how to do editorial photo shoots, which really brought just your regular girl next door in the community. See, that's the whole thing that Urban Spice is about, that people are finally starting to get. All the stuff that we did was just giving people in our community. We didn't go outside. We didn't call New York and fly models in, or California. No, if you came to our fashion show, we didn't, a lot of people was I selected? Everybody was selected.
We got a lot of beautiful people in there.
Now you're talking about challenges. We got a lot of backlash for that, giving everybody an opportunity to walk on a runway. Just imagine you come to a show you're expecting, because you are used to seeing the 5'9", 5'10", 130 model. Well, we got a model 5'2", 170, 180. But I'm telling you, when we put her on that runway, the audience just really appreciated it, and she appreciated us giving that opportunity, because who are we to say what your future can look like?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so Urban Spice, we took a lot of backlash. You know, I know we did. You know, they just let anybody walk on the runway.
But me, growing up, I needed to, in my time, which ain't none of your business, but but growing up in my time, we need that, because when I was modeling, it was you had to be over 5'10" and 102 pounds. You couldn't be over 120.
But who created those standards? And that's the thing.
That's exactly.
Somebody else created those standards for you to be. Right.
Yeah.
And so we came to break that image, to break that concept, to put a halt to that, you know, to that mind.
Yeah.
That, you know, to think that you got to be a certain way, or you got to look a certain way. You know, the main thing about modeling to me is confidence.
Boom.
And if you got that confidence, and we see it in your eyes, then you can get on this runway and you can make it happen.
Yeah. So, you know, talk about the evolution of the magazine. You know, we had a lot of fun. We met a lot of people. But that wasn't the main focus. That was just 1/4 of the vision. So we moved over to music. We did a lot of music showcases. We had people coming from all over the nation, you know, to do our music showcases. And so we got a lot of people. We met a lot of people, you know, over the years, you know, through music because we did showcases. And we had some pretty big showcases with a lot of good people there that could really help you with your career. And we have produced some superstars along the way. That wasn't our purpose, but they came in, they listened, because we always try and coach people. We don't want to just give you information. You know, like a lot of people, they say, well, I'm going to have an empowerment conference, not to knock anybody, that's great. But, you know, we did more than just inspire people. I'm always like, okay, now that you're inspired, what's next? And that's what Urban Spice always brings to the table. We already know, we call it, we're going to show it to you, we're going to do it, and then we're going to show you what was done. So that way people can't say, oh, they said they was going to do this, but they didn't do that. No, we're going to give it to you. And that's where social media came in. Social media, anybody listening to this radio show, social media is your new resume. True. Some people say, I don't do Facebook. I don't do Instagram. Well, you don't exist. You know, because social media now is everything to everybody. Yeah. One way or another, whether you want to believe it or not. And if it's not for you now, trust me, you're going to be playing catch up later. So Urban Spice, like Terrell was saying, we started on MySpace. You know, we had 300 followers, 300,000. We had 300,000 followers on MySpace. I was mad when MySpace went away. 300,000. You know, when they started Facebook, I said, okay, I'll just bring them over. But they said
they allowed us to bring some over.
We bought 5,000, and I might get in trouble for saying this. I may not need to say this. But, you know, being the marketing guy at Urban Spice, I said, man, I can't lose these people. So I just started creating all kind of pages on Facebook. And I guarantee you, our commodity, you know what our commodity is at Urban Spice?
What is it, entertainment?
Nope. People.
Oh, okay, yeah, the people y'all need. Without people, there's no magazine.
We have people that truly love Urban Spice. We have people that come on daily and want to know what Urban Spice, and we've had so many, you know, stories. Oh, you guys, I watch you guys do fashion shows. It inspired me to do my own fashion show. It inspired me to become a designer. So not knowingly, the Urban Spice magazine has really inspired people to really do some stuff. And that's what we're really proud of that. You know, that's part of the evolution to where we are today. So we had to make some tough decisions. You know, me and Terrell came together, about 2 years ago. I said, okay, we got a brand built. You know, we've done the fashion thing. Everybody know who we are. That's great. But now we need to bring it to the business sector. And that's where we are now. You've been to some of our events. Our whole, and people are finally starting to understand that part of it, because our goal, we want to bring business people together. You know, we're at Black People Unite. Well, we have events where you can come off of Facebook, off of Instagram, and let's do some business face to face. Because that's when you start changing money. You see what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna change. It's hard to change money through the internet when you new. When I don't have a relationship with you, unless you're a huge brand, you know, you'll buy something from Macy's.
Right. True.
But how many designers are struggling to sell their clothes on Facebook?
Right. You're right.
The reason they can't sell clothes is because I don't know you. I don't know what your clothes feel like. So we encourage everybody talking about events. We throw, you know, the network mixers. Our next one is March 19th. And I'm really excited about this because we're featuring women. And you know, Urban Spice, we all about the ladies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. If you watch Black Panther, me and Terrell, we on the throne.
Okay.
So we like them ladies. We like them warriors. We, you know, them the kind of guys we are. Them beasts, you know. So you know, if you want to join, if you want to be one of them warriors for Urban Spice, send us an email urbanspicemagazine@gmail.com, because I'm telling you, we're doing some big things in the community.
That's
There
what's
it is.
up.
Give it to him one more time. Give it to him one more time. Just for the slow ones way in the back. Give it to him slow one more time.
Urban Spice Magazine @gmail.com.
There it is. So if you have anything you want to promote, any businesses that you want to pass off that you think would properly represent the community you're trying to reach, if you feel like Urban Spice's audience is also your audience, reach out to them. Urban Spice Magazine @gmail.com. There it is. So now I had a question, right? Because you just mentioned, you said you had to make some tough choices. I was wondering, as far as those tough choices go, was there ever a point kind of in the evolution of Urban Spice, like maybe early on when you first, got the ball rolling and you said, okay, well, we're going to do fashion, we're going to touch a little bit on music, and we're going to, try to build our following, get out into the community. Was there a space early on where it was kind of free form and you were saying, like, you had fashion shows, you let everybody get in on that? I'm sure, like, when you did your music showcases, somebody had a mixtape or they wanted to do a little concert, whatever. Did you ever hit a point where you felt like due to the community you had built, that you had to start putting some standards in place for the content that Urban Spice would essentially put forward to its audience? Like, was there ever a point where you might have said, nah, brother, that mixtape, like, it doesn't match the content? Because, like with YouTube, there's certain advertisers who don't want their advertisements on certain videos due to the content. So was there ever a space in Urban Spice's history where that kind of thing started happening, or ever, you posted something or, you distributed some content and got backlash from your audience and said, ooh, we might not want to do that again?
Well, our content is based off the family. So all our content, if you mess with Urban Spice, you got to do it for the family. Bottom line. So as far as any other content is reading and all that stuff, we're edgy. So our articles, our writings, all of that is always going to be edgy and cross over the line to where people, like Reggie said, people talk about it at the kitchen table, but not necessarily at the office.
Right.
So that's what we want to cover. That's what we want to get into. That's where we're moving. That's where we move to, from the fashion shows to information to hard hitting facts,
right,
to history, to so this is the line that we're going down, because we already done gave you a visual on the new concept of what beauty is or what fashion is. You see what I'm saying? So now we're going into the concept of who we are and what our purpose is. So that's, when you look for Urban Spice, think of those things in the future.
My God. I got some people that might want to put in contact with you. Sabrine, I'm going to plug you. I'm going to plug 3 Peak Teach. I also made the website for that.
So what are some of the amazing stories? What is the most memorable story?
The most memorable story. Well,
or article.
I said we could write a movie, do a movie on Urban Spices. We had a lot of interesting experiences, models and designers and artists and business owners and club owners, and we've had a lot of.
I would imagine in 9 year,
Right.
9 year plus
Right.
and counting.
It's on the way. Keep it going.
9 year and counting, and people really need to. I mean, I hope that this video and this opportunity for us to share your story, people can get a little bit more knowledge of who you are and some of the struggles that you had to face and what you're really about, Yeah. And so my audience, his audience, Dr. Angela Ollie's, all of us coming together, and the people get to know the spice behind the spice. Is a spicy chicken sandwich for McDonald's.
There it is. Hold on, I got one more tough one for you, all right? One more. Was there ever a point kind of in Urban Spice's history where y'all felt like y'all may have, where they may have run into obstacles, right? You may have run into obstacles that made you feel like something might not be about to work out, like the shit might be about to go down. Was there ever a point where it got that heavy, where it was like, stuff started falling through left and right? It'd be, an event fall through, funding get pulled, or something of that nature, an emergency come up that set something off.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, or within your 9 year career, relying your relationship in
Oh, yeah, that's
business
true.
because
Definitely.
you see so many people, they start a business together. What kept your relationship?
Well, I'll answer that last part. And
Okay.
I've always said, me and Reggie talk about it. People always ask, why are you and Reggie stayed partners this long? After all of this, the models, designers, all this stuff, how y'all, and I always tell people we don't sweat the small stuff.
It is.
Of course, a lot of times I may piss Reggie off, he may piss me off, or he may go in a direction I don't want to go in or post something I don't necessarily agree with. But that's not the big picture. We know the big picture because we talk 2 or 3 times a day for the last 9 years.
Right.
So we understand where we're going.
I needed to hear that. So thank you for the information because you don't want to get into business like me and Dr. Angela. We're doing businesses together. We're connecting together. And I've been in business with people, and some things you can overlook and some things you can't. And I just needed to hear that. So you guys out there, that was good information.
Yeah, but you're right. Some things you can, but I don't know if it's ever been anything that, I know I can speak for myself that I could not overlook because I'm dealing with a man, grown man that's been in business over 25, 30 years in business. It's just some things that you're not going to even expect him to do. And me vice versa. So you shouldn't even have to deal with certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? As a man, I shouldn't have to, as 2 men, we shouldn't even have to deal with certain things. So that we ain't even got to deal with those issues right there.
But if you have those issues and they keep coming up, then you need to nip that in the bud, do you think?
Yeah, but like I said, because we don't sweat small stuff.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is small stuff.
Yeah,
when you're looking at the big picture.
With the big picture.
Right.
But sometimes you can't go into business with people. Not saying that me, but sometimes you can't go into business.
Well, we have done that too because we partnered up with over 9 years. We partnered up with a lot of people.
Really?
And all the relationships ain't.
So that's why I'm asking how you guys.
Oh yeah. But we've always, sometimes Reggie go off, sometimes I go off. Sometimes Reggie be the bad guy, sometimes I'll be the bad guy. But at the end of the day, we know Urban Spice
and what your vision
and what we're working to do, and I don't overstep him, and he don't overstep me. In other words, the reason why y'all don't hear me talking a lot or calling people out because Reggie's talking to him. Ain't no need me calling them. Reggie calling them. True. Because Reggie gonna come back and tell me everything that was said anyway, and vice versa.
That's the relationship. That communication.
So I can trust Reggie is gonna. If you talking to deal with Reggie and you said something that Reggie know I'm not gonna write, Reggie ain't gonna let that deal go through. Reggie knows, and I'm vice versa. I know what Reggie.
Y'all build that relationship where you, and that's where me and Dr. Angela are in our relationship. And I see this going a long way because this is somebody that I have found that I could do business. I could call her, talk to her, because every day ain't a good day. But we're like a sister. I could talk to her, and she know what I like. I know what she likes. She know what I don't like, and that's how we had to come to build this relationship /
it's a little bit harder for women sometimes.
The
emotions get more involved when it comes to women.
Because me and Reggie don't deal with a lot of emotions. We don't deal with a lot of emotions.
Because y'all both seem pretty emotionless a lot of times.
Y'all do. straight cut. And I've learned to be that way. Just nip it in the book. It's about business. This is what it is. And some people say I'm hard. It's like, you ain't no T-Love. Yes, I am, but I'm about my business.
Now, let me ask y'all this question because we're talking about the business side of it, but we're also talking about relationship. After 9 years of being business partners, it has developed now into not only a business relationship, but a friendship as well. So when you look at the friendship and the business relationship, what is the difference between the two when it comes to you?
Good question.
Well, I'll answer that. Me and Terrell, we really not what you consider homeboys. We didn't go to school together. We didn't grow up in the same neighborhood. We came together through a mutual friend and we saw a business opportunity. So, if Terrell going out, he might not call me. I'm gonna see him on Facebook. He at a spot with his homeboys he grew up with. Do I take it personally?
No.
No. We have a business relationship, but we do things as friends as well too. So we have more of a business relationship.
Yeah.
But
so y'all give each other that breather that keeps the business relationship intact.
Right. We don't
have to go everywhere.
Right.
You don't have to do everything together.
Right.
But
you see more of me than you see of Terrell. People say, "Oh, I got both of y'all tonight," because that's a rare occasion.
Exactly.
I'm saying just going out. You know, we doing an event. Yeah, we're always gonna be there, but most of the time, you see us on our personal life. Terrell's not there. Reggie's not there.
I see him everywhere. I'll be like, "Where's the rest of the crew?"
Right.
And he be like, "Oh, they such and such." And I be feeling kind of like neglected. You know what I'm saying? Like, well,
yeah. So you know, as business partners, and you know, if you take anything, take this away when you're doing business as partners.
Right.
Number one, don't sweat the small stuff. Boom. Number two, make sure that both of you understand the vision. Number three, understand that there's many ways to get to the vision, but always keep doing something. You see what I'm saying? Just because I didn't, you know, Terrell used to get on me all the time. Why you put that picture up there? I'm like, give me something to put up there. You know, but because I'm running. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes Terrell be like, "Man, hold on, now I'll send you something." I was like, all right, you got an hour. You got an hour.
Yeah.
So, but I've learned, you know, that good content is important. Now it took me a while to do that because, you know, I used to flood Facebook. We do a fashion show. We take 500 pictures. Guess how many pictures going on Facebook? 500 pictures. You know, but to me, my eyesight, that's impressions. That's marketing, because you might not like this one, but you'll like the next one. Terrell don't look at it like that. Take the best 10 out of them 500. You see what I'm saying? So we had to come to a medium with that. But he never said, "Reggie, don't put 500 pictures." Right. You see what I'm saying? So you have to just, and the biggest thing is define your role.
Mm-hmm. It's like you just knew it.
Define your role.
Even at the fashion shows, when you come to the fashion shows, you see me up front and you see Reggie in the back.
Right.
Them girls come there all day. Terrell, I said, I don't know, go ask Reggie. Right. And I know now. I know what's going on.
So y'all ain't bumping heads because you know your place.
Right.
You know his place.
Right. That's the same thing with conversations. I don't overtalk him. He don't overtalk me. I don't try to call, let me call T-Love. You ain't talk to her right. No. I mean, what are you talking about? Oh, you know, so we those kind of things we don't do. And like I said, we talk about it all the time. The reason why we are so successful, if you would like to say that,
yes,
because we have built great relationships.
And to know you guys is to love.
Right, and Reggie can go on the phone and call and get any resources he needs. I can go on a phone call and we know people in the community. We have built those relationships. Yeah. So it's easier for us to walk and to move and to get stuff and to do stuff because we built relations and we come to the table with stuff.
Right. Mm-hmm. And you guys are beautiful. I mean, you just have a lot of knowledge. You have a good heart. Just no nonsense and just spending that personal quality time. I love that. That I got a chance to get to really know you guys, and we just kind of, sit at the table. That's why I like to bring people to my house and just get to know them. And you see, I'm not talking, I'm listening, because I'm listening to the conversations and how everybody moves or whatever. So usually y'all don't see, I'm usually not talking when y'all be at my house. I be watching everybody else and making sure y'all okay. What you gotta look at? Come on now. I don't. Okay, every time you came to my house, what was I doing? Was I talking? If I was
probably cooking or doing some stuff around in the kitchen. Yeah. That's what it is. But I ain't come once. I think I came one time.
No, you came about 3. Two
times. Yeah.
I came to you once, but still, it was a opportunity. Then you just sat back in the car. I watched you the whole time. You sat back in the corner or whatever.
Well, that's all I do. I don't do
you're an observer.
Right. Like we did the mountain photo shoot, and we took maybe about 7, 8 females up to the mountain to do the photo shoot. for the magazine. And one of the ladies that went up there hit me on Facebook the other day. Oh yeah, we had a great time at the Mount. I said, yeah, I was there. I didn't see you.
and please, yeah.
That was the point.
Yeah. and how you described you guys, that's exactly how you are every time you see them. Reggie's in the forefront, just talking, meeting everybody. You don't even know Terrell is in the room. I'll be like, where you was at? Yeah, I'll be like, where were you? You've been sitting there the whole time. I even had to say that. So yeah, and then we got Bo running around taking pictures everywhere. Well, I love the relationship that you guys have. I love the magazine. I love what you guys stand for. And I love the opportunities that you're giving to our communities to have a voice, to be seen, be heard. You know, I love it.
And the thing that I appreciate about Urban Spice as a whole is that they acknowledge everyone.
Exactly.
And it's very important for everyone to understand that when you have people that acknowledge everyone, you have genuine people. Because a lot of, like, especially in the Atlanta, Georgia area, it is so cliquish, and people only recognize those people who are in their clique. But when you're on the road to big success, it doesn't never become cliquish.
Right.
What it does is it becomes growth because you see more and more people becoming involved. And so that's what I appreciate, because I understand the necessity of everybody having a platform of their own.
Exactly.
Build that common ground.
Right. That's 2018. Everybody wants something of their own, and we're the kind of company that we want to partner up with people. When we make business deal with people, we come in, it's 50-50 off the jump. If you bring 50, we bring 50, everybody take away 50. Right. Because as a black man, as a businessman, I'm not going to disrespect you and say, no, you're going to get 10 to 20%. Right. No, if you come to the table with what you're supposed to come to the table with, it's 50-50. Or either I
see, we need y'all in that movement, bosses building bosses, because that's exactly what it's all about. Right. Bosses building bosses.
Ain't no clique.
It ain't no clique.
And
it's understanding that no matter if you're an entrepreneur or if you're working towards something, you still have to boss up, and you still have to be a boss over your stuff so that you can move forward for your future. You know? But when we all come together and we're all bosses in our mentality, I'm not talking about the type of bosses that clash because there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. I mean, understanding what your place is in your bullshit. You still have to understand what your place is.
And that's the beauty.
We like to call it, you know, I'm getting away from the word boss. You know, I looked up the definition of boss and working on becoming a great leader. You know, and that's what we need in our community. We need some stand-up leaders in the community.
And you know the difference? Boss tell people what to do, a leader show them and do it with them.
You know, so.
See a nice meme like that on Instagram.
And the thing is the concept is the same. So it's really the vision of what you see in the midst of what you're doing. Because see, the bosses that's building bosses understand that you have to be a leader in order to build a boss. So we all can come together and understand who we are as a whole, but also individually, everybody has a place. And that's what we have to do. That's why, you know, and because sometimes you have to use the words that everybody attaches themselves to.
Yeah, they know.
Everybody wants to be a boss.
Everybody got that in their Instagram. Boss up.
We bossed up.
What you do is you transition what society has made it, and then you make it into what it's supposed to be.
But since you own that, you know, I'm gonna just take you into the future.
Yes.
Take it.
Okay. Well, you know, we're in a time period where, you know, Black Panther and all that just came out. Everybody's inspired, you know, to move forward on something. So, you know, Urban Spice Magazine is taking the leadership role. And you hear the term awakening, but do you really know what that means? You know what I mean? So tune in Urban Spice at urbanspicemagazine.com. Because we're going to be giving you the knowledge of what awakening means. We're going to be giving you history. We're going to be giving you things that you need to do. We're going to be shaking up the politicians and holding their, you know, thumb to whatever paper they're signing. You know, because we have to take our right.
You better use me.
We have to take our right. You see what I'm saying? And whatever we want to do in life. And you know, I have several different businesses. Terrell's done had several different businesses and everything. So money is not the problem. You know, I had an accountant. He said, "Come to me," but the last thing you can tell me is we don't have the money. You know, I ain't always been this successful. I remember the days when I was just starting. You know, I needed $30,000 worth of equipment. Credit was shot, all that. You know, in my other business. But you know what he told me? He said, "Well, I'm gonna apply for a loan, a business loan." And he pulled a sheet with 15,000 loan institutions. 15,000. Because he was determined for the success, for our business to be successful. He got down to 110, but we got our loan. You see what I'm saying? So this is the thing that Urban
Somebody
Spice,
got to do it.
this is the thing that Urban Spice specializes in. And again, I keep saying, people are starting to understand. It's okay, hey, T-Love on Facebook, smiles, kisses, but we ain't exchanged no money.
Amen.
So we can spend all our time kissy, hey, doing this here, but we want to bring you off of Facebook again, March 19th. We celebrating women in the community, but we ain't just celebrating women in the community. We are doing business. So come, bring your business cards, exchange business cards, like Terrell said. The biggest thing, if you want to make some money in 2018, you must build relationships, and you can't build them on Facebook and Instagram.
Amen.
So
those get those fictitious relationships.
But they're great platforms to meet people that you normally wouldn't meet. But at some point, you got to go out to lunch. You got to go to an event and see. You know, I see people now. Oh man, it's so good to see you, Mr. Reggie, early morning grinder. I've been your friend for 7 years on Facebook.
Don't you love it?
I never seen nobody.
And we just met.
Yes.
So you know what I tell people when they say that? I say, talk to me on Facebook. If you see something that I'm doing, message me. Everybody, you know, get past this. Oh, I don't want to comment because people gonna form an opinion of me. Okay, you can stay over there in that category and keep struggling, or you can start letting people know a little bit about you. Because social media, again, is your portfolio. That's your portfolio. That's where it starts. Take it from there. Come on over to Urban Spice event. We're going to be doing them every 6 weeks. I'm telling you, we are creating platforms. Now, when you come to those events, guess what? You're going to be getting some secrets. We give out secrets. It's up to you to catch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's up to you to catch it. I'm telling you, we got Dr. Bobby coming, speaking to the women. Hey, you don't want to miss it.
Hey,
we got Butter Rocker performing. We got Dr. Lexi coming and bringing the women in unity and inspiring them. You know, we got great entertainment. Not only that, we have a magazine dropping with women telling their stories. I'm so excited. I read some of the stories. I haven't read all of them. We will be dropping the magazine that day. We're going to have vendors there. Go to urbanspicemagazine.com. Google Urban Spice on Facebook, Instagram, get your tickets. And guess what? We're doing something for the first time we've never done. I ain't even told Terrell yet, but this is how much we trust each other. We're doing a money drop. Y'all know what a money drop is? Everybody get a ticket. You see, when you walk in the building, we pull your name. There's going to be what they call the little dog, the little donkey that the Mexican. I forgot the name. The pinata. And guess what's going to be filled up in the pinata? Money. So one person.
Hold on, is it gonna be $1, $10, $20?
One person.
That's what I would for the currency.
It's gonna be cash money. And trust me, you'll be able to do something significant in your business with that amount of money that's in.
Okay, well, where? I mean, like, where is the event?
It's gonna be at Heartland. You have to go to urbanspicemagazine.com to get the information. Go to our Instagram, Facebook. If you come into the event, I'm gonna just let you know. I'm gonna let you in on 1 hour secrets. Y'all see us posting all these flyers and the person is on the flyer. Urban Spice created that concept. You know why we do that? Why do you think? You tell me.
So the other people create the concept too.
So when you see
No,
people at the
we
event,
don't even
recognize.
worry about people taking our concept. That's the
Tell us
but
why. Reggie.
there's a reason, there's a scientific reason behind it.
Facial recognition.
Because if I give you that platform and share it to our 500,000 people, guess how many impressions T Love got? 500,000 possible impressions. Does that help T Love be a better business person?
Yes.
Okay, so now people, who is T Love? Let me click on that. So now you get followers. Now you get people interested in T Love that you didn't even know where they came from. But that's what Urban Spice do for the community.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And what did that cost you?
Nothing.
Nothing. But we got something out of it too. Because Urban Spice magazine is tagged on your picture as well. So that's how you work in the
That's good
community.
marketing.
Exchange and
We just made you a brand ambassador. Now I'm giving you knowledge. Now I should be charging for this.
Mm.
You know,
Not me, T Love.
no, for the listeners. The listeners should be.
You better take notes.
Don't charge me.
But that's just one of the secrets of Urban Spice that we just gave away. That everybody does, but they don't even know why they do it. They just seen us do it. So that looked good. Let me tag T Love so she'll come to my event. It don't matter if you come to our event. We want you to come, but that's not why we do it. Because we had a billionaire as a mentor for OWAR. And he told us, he left us with two things. He said, if you help people get what they want, you'll get what you need by default.
There it is.
And, you know, he also, you'll see our tagline, making for a better world. So we had to agree to this billionaire to mentor us for 2 years to help make for a better world.
Nice.
I love it. I love it. Oh,
So you just got an Urban Spice secret.
There it is. Keys to success.
keys to
Sprinkle it on,
success.
just like that.
I'm gonna open my door and I'm gonna walk on in.
There it
I
is.
tell you, my friend, I'm gonna take those keys.
Now,
and
I heard something that
don't you be
that
cutting
a
me off
lot
my
of
song.
people don't know. What about this Urban Spice Magazine Day?
Oh, Urban Spice, the city of Atlanta awarded us with proclamation. June the 25th of each year is Urban Spice Magazine Day in the community. For our hard work and dedication to the community and reaching so many different platforms in the community. So we are very, very proud of that moment.
As it really should be.
That opportunity to brand ourselves even more.
Right.
So, and also April, I don't know, it's April 22nd, we will be at Greenbrier Mall.
Okay.
We're calling all
Okay,
artists,
cool.
all entertainers. We have maybe about 20, 25 spots for artists and entertainers, all ages. Urban Spice Magazine has the stage for 2 hours for the, what is it, seventh?
Yeah, the seventh.
The seventh annual statewide health fair.
Okay.
And it's at Greenbrier Mall. So
What's the date on that?
I think it's April the 22nd. But again, check the website.
Yeah, they'll be.
If you want to be a part of it, Urban Spice Magazine at Gmail. If you're an artist, submit information and stuff to that.
I wanna be.
So there's another, you know, we do this every year, this health fair. So it's just another, we don't get paid, we don't make no money. It's just another opportunity for us to build our brand, for us to be in the community, to do stuff for the community, and to represent.
That's what's up. I wanna come out and
Get
on the stage.
Get you a spot.
She's gonna get up in there.
I'm gonna get on
We
the
got
stage.
24 left, 24 spots.
Tina,
Now you got 23.
And I also want to shout out, you know, I know we talk a lot about me and Terrell, but we have an awesome team at Urban Spice, an awesome team of writers, you know, an awesome editor, Bo Martin, you know, that's been with us from the beginning. We have ambassadors, Miss Sabrina. We have ambassadors even in Africa, you know, Victoria over in Africa. So we have a lot of people that have helped us along the way. So it's not just Reggie and Terrell, you know, we just these great visionaries and great businessmen. But we've had a lot of help along the way, and we want to, you know, always give them a plug to let them know how much we appreciate them. And if you want to join the team, you know, we're also looking for writers. You know, if you have a good story, you know, things like that, we do the Woman of the Week. So if you're doing great things in the community, send us your story. UrbanSpiceMagazine.com. That's our website. Or you can just send it directly to the email, urbanspicemagazine@gmail.com. So whatever you do in the community, you know, if you want to write about somebody else or just send us some information, you know, we'll take a look at it and we'll put it out there if it's in line with what we're doing.
And we're also looking for a salesperson for the magazine. You know, we're trying to get into some of these businesses and corporations that take from us and don't give back.
Ooh. He's like, don't make me do
A
it.
salesperson.
Somebody with some heart that don't mind going to tell somebody.
Knock on some doors and like, yo,
you take it and not give it. What's happening?
That's what's up. Opportunities.
Oh yeah, one more time for the people in the back. I'm gonna give it to them one more time, real slow. You want to go to urbanspicemagazine.com to get all the details on upcoming events. You want to email urbanspicemagazine@gmail.com to get in contact with them about doing business and promotions and things of that nature. If you're an artist, I mean, I know a couple of like gospel hip hop artists. I mean, even like young kids and teenagers, they are hot. I got a couple of videos, matter of fact, on my phone. I'll show you when we wrap the show. You know, I know people who do book writing, you know, do plays, you know, youth plays with high school actors that, you know, show and build, what's the word I'm looking for? Good social, emotional lessons, right? About conflict resolution, about dealing with adversity, about coming together as a community and things of that nature. So like I said, I definitely got a couple people I need to hit up. Just be like, yo, Urban Spice Magazine, they the plug, get with them. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give it to the people again. Like I said, urbanspicemagazine.com. I just really appreciate what y'all do. That's why I really want to, you know, promote it. And urbanspicemagazine@gmail.com to get directly in contact with these two gentlemen right here. And we just want to, you know, say again, we really appreciate y'all for coming on the show, hanging with us, giving us the keys. Y'all need to, if y'all watching this live, you're gonna have to wait till we stop the cut so y'all can roll it back because they dropped some knowledge on you just a few minutes ago. So yeah, again, I just want to appreciate it. T-Love, we got the wrap. Is it a wrap? We got time for more?
We are going to get into more. Okay, I want you to give us a word of wisdom. This is where we come in. Now you have a rock, and I truly thank you guys for coming in. Is there anything else you would like to add or say? No? Okay.
Oh, I got this nice skippable one. I mean, I want to skip it, but it's a really good one.
Okay. Now there's a word on your rock. Okay. Now we want you to come up with a word of wisdom with the word that is on your rock. Okay, and leave us in closing with the word of wisdom, with the word that you have on your rock. Starting with.
Oh, you want to start with me this time? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Well, I got love. Oh, and if y'all seen last week's episode, y'all know this is a difficult one for me. I got some controversial feelings about this topic, but I mean, I do feel love. The feeling, right? Remember we talked last week about love the feeling versus love the action. I definitely feel that love the feeling, you know, for all my fellow people, for everybody in my community, for anybody out there that's trying to do good or trying to improve their situation, trying to grow, trying to work towards a better future, right? Either for themselves, for the community, for the world at large. And I think love is a big core part of that, not in the like in love sense, but love in the treating others as you would want to be treated. That's my word of wisdom today, right? Love others as you would love yourself, right? And love yourself first, right? Loving yourself first allows you to show that love to others. And so that's what I want y'all to take away, you know, from us today. Go ahead, which way we want to go? We usually let you go first. We're going to pass.
You skip over to me. Today's rock for me is peace. And so I would say, my word of wisdom is search for the peace within yourself on the inside so that you can show and display that peace on the outside.
Well, my word is courage. And I would say with the word courage is that just have the courage to be yourself, be the best you. Courage sometimes gain over time. Remember that. And so just have the courage to be who you are and let that come out.
My word is believe.
Okay.
Okay. I love this word, believe. I want you to create small actions on a daily basis until you believe in your actions.
That sounds like a pretty, hold on, you said, my word is a believer.
Now you see why he's marketing on with Urban Spice.
Do that again, Reggie.
Okay,
Give it to him one more time.
believe. I like that word. The reason I like that word is because what I want you to do, because if you do something one time a day, complete one thing a day, that's 365 things a year. Along the way, you will begin to believe in your works.
There it is.
Yes.
Mm.
See, that was two different ones. Can we get a third spin on it? Because I mean, the first one was different than the second one, and it was more powerful. Okay, let's do three.
You want to do three?
You know,
Believe.
Okay. I'm gonna use Terrell's analogy that he tell me all the time. He always say that's a hard road to hoe. We're talking about gardening.
Right.
We're talking about gardening.
Are you sure?
That's a hard road to hoe. Y'all country folks and y'all people that understand gardening. But he didn't say you couldn't, get down that road. So just go to work with your hoe. I mean, no.
Good job.
Maybe. We're going on Virginia Avenue, y'all. Virginia Avenue.
I know he should have did 3 times out there. I know he should have did 3 times.
Go to work in your garden. Clean it up. Go to work in your garden and get down that hard road.
A little bit at a time. That's what it is.
Just a little bit at a time, because it's gonna take you a while. But along the way, you'll believe that you can get to the end of that road.
There it is.
3 times, guys. 3 times.
Virginia Avenue, y'all. They're going down Virginia Avenue with y'all. Okay. My rock in closing is strength. Have the strength to believe and love yourself. Have the courage and strength. I don't know what the heck I'm going to say. Anyway, strength. I got the strength, y'all. Okay, I got the strength. And I'm going to leave you with this word because this is just where my heart is. Plant seeds, uproot weeds, be contagious, and spread the love.
Yeah.
So when we doing that hoe, we growing that garden.
We gotta hold that road.
We gotta uproot those weeds. Yeah. We gotta plant those seeds of positivity, those seeds of love, those seeds of strength, seeds of courage, seeds of belief, seeds of peace, so that our garden will grow into a fruitful tree. We gotta plant those seeds. So plant seeds, uproot weeds, be contagious, and spread the love on a daily. Thank you guys. We out.
Thank you all for joining us today. Thank our special guests for coming in. It's been the realest. Catch up on the flight.
It's like you're looking through a telescope. It seems like you don't be.
That's 2 weeks in a row. I only got you with the host.
We won't miss y'all.
That was good. I love it. Great show, guys. Lots of knowledge. Oh, thank you so much. Especially with the relationship versus business.
Why I chose to fall from
I really needed to hear that because I've been in business relationships before.
Going so
And just
fast
to go forward, I just want to make sure that
now I got to get in and sit in and go with the flow. Those
the
who
people that I'm
understand
associated with,
they lack the knowledge of me.
I learned from them. And going forward, just like, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. You tell me what you like. And it's not for you to be mad, because that's what I don't like. It's for you to respect So if you want me to treat you with kindness, then you must treat me with kindness. And if you want me to do it for you, then you must do it for me. So that's my relationships going forward. Because
When we have this part two, I got the juice when we had this part two on the relationship talk. But I love the conceptual discussions we have.